Welcome everybody to Snake Cinema Reviews. We are back. I am your host, Prince Elias. This is Morticia, and today we are reviewing I Want to Dance with Somebody, the Whitney Houston biopic. I think it dropped early this year or late last year, but I just got a chance to watch it because it did drop on Netflix, and so let's review it. I did watch it today, and I will say as a biopic, it was all right. It was pretty good. They did take a lot of liberties, a lot of creative liberties, and they did tame down a lot of her story because, Whitney Houston was a complicated human being. And I do like that they didn't disrespect her, but at the same time, they did leave a lot of things out. But I do like some of the creative choices that they did make when making this biopic. Honestly, I like the remixes to certain songs that they did. Like they kind of mixture, the classic Whitney Houston music with dance music and other things, and it was played throughout the soundtrack. And I do like the acting. The acting was pretty good. I still not convinced with Whitney, the woman who played Whitney, as far as looks go, but her acting chops were great. But anyways, it was a dope movie. It was alright. It was run of the mill. It wasn't the worst biopics you see on Lifetime, but it wasn't all the best, like let's say NWA biopic or anything like that that has reached theaters. It wasn't as great as that, but it was pretty good. It was subpar, very decent. Again, the acting was great. I did like some of the musical choices. I just felt that it was a bit tamed down. They could have went a little bit harder. I'm not saying I want to see her smoking, doing drugs on the screen, but when it comes to our legends, I like that we don't gloss over the good, the bad, the ugly. Show us everything, because we all know the story of Whitney Houston. But I do think, on that note, they did respect her way more than what certain documentaries have been playing about her on TV and things like that, because there have been some over the years that, even before she died, that were very disrespectful and distasteful in my opinion. So I think it was a good rendition, and again, the acting was great, amazing. Cinematography, it wasn't nothing to go home and cry about. It wasn't as glamorous, but it didn't have to be. Some of the costume choices were pretty dope, and I do like when they recreated certain scenes, like when she did the national anthem. Stuff like that was pretty dope. But yeah, I did walk away. I'm glad that I did not go to the movies to see it. I think it was worth like a rental or a Netflix streaming or something like that, but it wasn't as bad as those bio films that you see on Lifetime Movie Network. It's not that bad. So I would give this, if I had to rate this movie, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5. I think that's pretty reasonable for this movie. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It is rewatchable. It's just, like I said, it's not as amazing, like blew me away like the NWA biopic did, but it didn't piss me off like the movies you see on Lifetime of our favorite R&B and pop singers. But it did, watching the movie and listening to the music did make me want to go on my Spotify and listen to the original Whitney Houston music more. And she is missed as an artist. Whitney will forever be a legend regardless of how complex her life was. She will forever be a legend, forever be the GOAT as far as vocals, in my opinion. I don't care what you say. I don't care what Rolling Stone's top 50 vocalists or singers list say. Whitney Houston is the GOAT. She's number one as far as vocals. And, rest in peace to the queen, the GOAT. Everybody wish they could have the chops like her. But yeah, so I would recommend it. I would definitely recommend it, and I'll give it a 7.5, and that is it. And also, the soundtrack was pretty good, so I did go to Spotify and save the soundtrack, because like I said, I did like the little remix songs that they did to some of her to a few of her classics, but at the same time, it made me go back and listen to the classics. But anyways, that is it for today. I'm your host, Prince Elias. This is Morticia. We are Snake Cinema Reviews. We will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.